Have you ever talked to your coworkers about how much money you make?
That might sound like a really awkward conversation, but some think that you could actually benefit from it. So, should you share your salary with coworkers? Good question. Heather Brown explains the potential pluses and minuses.
Would you feel comfortable sharing your salary with your coworkers?
Oh, that's a great question.
Absolutely not.
In my particular case, yes.
A little bit too noisy, I would say.
Kind of like religion, politics, and money, or, income is something you don't talk about.
We get it.
It's kind of an awkward thing.
But government jobs make salary info public.
If you knew my name, you could look up my salary easily.
And job websites like Glassdoor share the salaries people report to them.
I've heard about rumors of the younger people talking about how much everyone else is making.
Some of the reasons why people encourage people to share salaries is because they think that sharing salaries also potentially has a social benefit.
You can say, oh, well, we don't discriminate, we don't do that. But if someone sits there and looks at your numbers and looks at your stats and says,
It's one of those things that can help prevent employer from discriminating pay against, for example, men and women.
Alan Benson studies compensation at the Carlson School. He says some research shows a downside.
And what they found is that people who are being paid below what their colleagues are making reported being much more dissatisfied and more likely to look for other opportunities.
It could definitely create extra tension in the workplace if that starts getting around, and no workplace needs any additional tension because there's enough work stresses already.
Labor laws dating back to 1935 say employees are allowed to talk salaries among themselves. But one survey found 41% of private companies discourage it, 25% prohibit it, 17% allow it to be discussed, and 17% make it public. But even among those companies, Benson says it's hard to know the full effect right now.
Could just be that in that case, they have nothing to hide and they say, look, we have a relatively equitable company and so we're going to be the ones who are more likely to share.
How do you broach that topic? Hey, desk mate, how much do you make? I mean,
oh, it's never easy.
Yeah, and I think of a random stranger coming up to you like this.
Heather Brown.
You're probably not just going to, hey.
WCCO 4 News.
Workers get extra protections in Minnesota. Your employer can't require you to sign anything that says you won't talk about your salary. And your company handbook must include a law that says discussing salaries is legal.